Basically, 5 years ago, I started high school, my last 2 years of high school for the first time. I was homeschooled for 10 years before that. So it was a really struggling time for me, very, very stressful. But on top of that, I was getting very, very sick. For 8 solid months, I did not have 1 ounce of food. Every time I tried to eat, I would throw it up. And of course, rumors around school, she was bulimic. You know, I didn't make a lot of friends my only years of high school, but that wasn't important to me. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with me, and I went through all these tests. There was so much going wrong with my body just because I was malnourished and so dehydrated. And they thought, well, maybe it's her gallbladder because it's not functioning well. So I had surgery to take that out, to have it removed. And a couple days later, they sent me home. And I was laying in my bed, trying to take a nap, but I woke myself up abruptly because I couldn't feel my legs. And then soon after that, I couldn't feel my arms, and then I couldn't lift myself up. And I had just enough breath to yell for my mom, and thank God she heard me, because just after that, I lost control of all my speech. The only thing that I remember in that point was the paramedics yelling at me to stay awake. And as I was drifting into a coma-like state, all I remember is screaming in my head, Jesus, save me. Because I don't believe that I have accomplished what you have set my heart to do today. I felt like I wasn't ready. And 2 days later, I woke up in ICU diagnosed with Addison's disease. I don't have functioning adrenal glands, and I have to take medicine for the rest of my life in order to survive. But I was given another chance. Because 5 years ago, today on Easter Sunday, I was released from the hospital, a healthy girl. Someone very special to me on this trip. I made a lot of really awesome friends, but one in particular had shared a quote with me this week that really touched my heart, and I was going to share it with you. It says, there's a subtle difference between a mission and a promise. A mission is something that we strive to achieve, and a promise is something we're compelled to keep. One is individual and one is shared. And when our promise and our mission are one and the same, that is when mountains are moved and races are won. And I truly believe that every single one of us in this room has had a mission embedded on our hearts. And with His kept promise, we will accomplish those one day. I just want to remind you guys to use your voices. It's the most precious gift that God has given us that we take advantage of every single day. And trust me, I know what it's like to have had it been taken away from me and so graciously given back. And that is why I dedicate my voice to His favor, and why this very next song is so important to me. It's called Our Voices, Our Vices.